Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So for all you guys that have been following the channel for a long time, you guys know that I do a live stream every week called Courtroom Madness, right? And that's all these men getting absolutely destroyed in family court, paternity court, and divorce court. The moment these guys step in the courtroom, they just get mowed down by the system, you know? And guys, there's still these blue-pilled morons that are like, no way, man, these men need to fight for their kids. These tradcons, a real man of God would sit there and fight his way through the system. Clown world, right? Guys, as a man, if you are in any courtroom, even criminal court, you're screwed, right? This is why so many men are choosing to not get married and not have kids. Or they'll even be in a relationship, but they will not have kids because guys get destroyed. I remember once when I was like 25, 26, I had a ticket that I had to pay, and I had to do this driver's ed class thing so that the ticket didn't go on my record. So I had to go to the courthouse on a Tuesday, and that was the day in my hometown where they had family court. You guys, if you want to see some depressing stuff, look at these guys. Go to your local courthouse on the day that they do family court and just sit and watch all these guys get absolutely screwed. Absolutely insane. And there's still guys out there that think that they're gonna go into court and get justice. Shit. Good luck with that. So guys, let's check out some people on TikTok talking about paternity court and family court and divorce court, right? Because as we all know over here, that it's a stupid idea to end up there. So we'll get into this, but before we do, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. I have memberships, guys, so hit the join button, and let's get into this.
Video before, and I'm going to do it again. You may notice that I deactivate and reactivate this account constantly. The unmarried father account is still deactivated, but why have I gotten to a point where I deactivate and reactivate? Well, it's because I am so fucking scared of women.
There you go.
Of
right
the
there.
system. All of it. Because I've learned that telling the truth will get you in a lot of fucking trouble. A lot. Been there, done that. That's the reason why a lot of dads don't speak up. Because speaking the truth can get you in a lot of trouble.
It's true.
Sad part is I was raised on, look, if you tell the truth, even if you did something wrong, it's better to do that than to lie and just continuously lie. But all I've done is tell the truth since day one. And yeah, I've had some buddies of mine hit me back up and they're like, man, look, like, as long as you are not mentioning her name, you're not mentioning names, you're just explaining what other dads are going through, what you've been through, you're fine. And yeah, they're 100% right, because I can go to court and I can win that battle. But the downside to it all is knowing that they've got the money to take my ass to court, and I don't have the money to defend myself. And I also don't want to take the time off of work to go defend myself, because my PTO time, my vacation time, goes to my daughter when I have my time off. Plus, just the anxiety of thinking about family court, thinking about getting that knock at the door, thinking about pulling up into my driveway and there's already a car that I don't know that's already there waiting on me to serve me with papers. It's a sick fucking feeling.
Look at that.
And I'm paranoid all the fucking time. Yeah, I did a psych evaluation, I passed it and everything, but they basically called me a raging alcoholic, even though I went and did a alcohol and drug assessment test and passed that with flying colors as well. So even when you get a psych evaluation and you're hoping that some psychiatrist is actually going to side with you and understand you, but they don't understand the laws, so they don't understand what you're actually going through.
There you go.
Nor do they give a shit, because you're there because you got a restraining order thrown on you for doing things like this. You stay scared. And then you also don't trust a lot of people. But I like getting the message out. So I do it.
There you go, guys. Right? Why would any man choose this? You know? Think about everything that he said that he has to go through. That's why, guys, I'm not having kids. Nope, not having kids. Guys, there are guys who self-delete every day because of this foolishness. And I honestly believe that the court system is a small group of men that are using women and the government to redistribute wealth from the rest of us guys to them. And these knuckleheaded 304s are so dumb that they don't understand what's going on, right?
You stupid woman!
They think that they're winning when the court takes a good chunk of that child support. And this guy needs to walk away. I know he calls himself the Undermined Dad on TikTok, guys. So if you're on TikTok, give him a follow, you know? But guys, if I was to this point and they were calling me alcoholic or whatever, guys, I'd walk away. It's not giving up. It's just letting go. You guys, look, this first comment says, dude, after 200,000K in 7 years, I had to give up. Look at that. The family court doesn't care about truth, only money. Facts. Someone says, bro, I have the same issues. It's insane that I don't get to see my daughter, but I have to pay. Next guy says, I'm traumatized by CPS court. Next guy says, the whole situation that you're going through shouldn't even be a thing. It should automatically be 50-50 custody. And this is the thing about these blue pills, these trad cons, and these... Beta! Guys, let me know in the comments if you agree. They will all end up where this guy is. Us guys over here, nope, nope, nope. You guys think that you're going to see me in this position? Shit. Nope, not happening. Look at that. Someone says, I got sick to my stomach going to court because of all the anxiety. Damn. Look at that. Yeah, the judges and the lawyers are in it together. Facts. Look at that, man. This guy says, 100%, man. I'm terrified of family court. 23 years, I went back, and they effed me again. This guy says the court does not care about men being providers. You automatically lose. Guys, this is not a victimhood mentality, right? Because this is real. Victimhood mentality isn't things that aren't true. When you think things that aren't actually real are affecting your life, right? Look at that. Guys, hashtags, hashtag traumatized, hashtag scared, hashtag family court, hashtag effinism, hashtag effinist, hashtag men's rights, hashtag father's rights, hashtag for the boys, hashtag thank you. And guys, the laws are never going to change. Ever. Clown world.
Not understand. I'm like, why would a man not fight for his kid? And then I realized a lot of these guys that are homeless have just been like wrecked in the court system.
She could ring her lawyer up every day for a month, and every single phone call, every single letter goes on his bill. But if she takes him to court and bleeds him dry and leaves him penniless, she then gets the council house. She is incentivized to bankrupt.
And they'll kick the men out of the house with the men's name on the mortgage. So they're still paying their mortgage in a house they're kicked out of. And I'm like, would you fight in court if you had a 10% chance of winning?
You either settle out of court for an extortionate amount of money or go to court and pay double that. Meanwhile, there is no risk on the woman's side at all. It's the most sexist thing I've ever seen in my life.
Like, the kid really isn't yours. It's really hers legally.
And I understand that women obviously make the decision to give life, but we've got no rights.
There you go, guys. You know? Don't end up in divorce court. Don't end up in family court, guys. Or you'll get screwed. Look at that, guys. Someone says, there will be a wave in the future where adult children will blame their moms for not having a father. I don't know, man. That brainwashing that mothers do to their kids is pretty hardcore, man. Someone says, marriage is the most pointless act in humanity for men. Avoid it at all costs. There you go. Someone says, I'm almost 60. I've been through the whole nightmare. Lost my business, my house, my family, and I'll be paying for it till the day I die. Wow. This guy says, told my wife that if we come to this point, I'll go to work for the bad people down in Mexico. Still a better life than paying for years and getting nothing. Look at that. Guys, hashtags. Hashtag fathers of TikTok. Hashtag fathers love. Hashtag fathers rights movement. Hashtag dads of TikTok. And guys, all these fathers rights movements and men's rights. Guys, nope. The only thing we can do is check out. Just don't do it. You know? Clown world.
I had dinner tonight with a friend of mine who's going through a nasty divorce. Lots of pain. Lots of hurt. Lots of loneliness. All of his friends that he thought were his friends were actually her friends, and well, that all disappeared, and all of a sudden he found himself with like not a lot of people around him that can relate, and they all kind of abandoned him. And you know, I just said, let's go grab a burger. Cheeseburger and chocolate shake will get you through just about everything. That's my tagline on my Men's Family Law podcast. And you know, we just got together and shot the shit for an hour and a half and laughed a lot and cried a little bit, and you know what? He left feeling better. And I left feeling better. Reach out to your friends. Whether they're going through divorce or not, make a connection. A cheeseburger and a chocolate shake will help.
You know that, guys? This comment here says, don't have any friends. I wasn't allowed friends during my 16-year marriage. Guys, what kind of knuckleheaded... Beta! Really? You know? But yeah, guys, all these guys in these comments have been cooked by divorce and cooked in family court. Guys, why? Why even put yourself through this, right? Because we have the knowledge here to avoid these situations. Guys, the hashtags. Hashtag advice for men. Hashtag divorce. Hashtag family court. Clown world.
Question that I actually get a lot, and I'm going to give you the answer that I've given many times.
So the question is, what is best to stay the heck out of family court?
Before, and the ladies aren't going to like it, but I know you'll understand it. So what is the best way to stay out of family court? Very simple. Don't get married. Don't have children with a woman, because the odds are, if you do, you are going to end up in family court.
There it is, guys, right there. Couldn't have put it better myself.
55% of all marriages end up in divorce. And when you factor in relationships ending where they never got married, that number skyrockets. So you can't really avoid it. And contrary to what the ladies like to say, it isn't because the man needs to do better. Well, check that. They actually do think the man needs to do better. And what they mean by that is make more money. Because the number one reason why women file for divorce isn't abuse, isn't infidelity. It's that he lost his job. It's all about the money. So what should a guy do if he does indeed want to be a dad and have children? As I've said before, the solution, while expensive, is very simple. Hire a surrogate. Now, I did some research, about a year ago on it, and the cost for a surrogate is somewhere around $100,000, which is a huge amount of money, no question. But it's a fraction of what most guys will lose in a divorce. Because when you factor in things like the man loses his house, the good car because, well, she needs that to take care of the children, a good portion of his income, a good portion of his retirement, and a host of other things, the cost of all that is well north of $100,000. And oh yeah, there's nothing stopping mom from not letting him see the kids. So by spending $100,000 to hire a surrogate, one, you're saving money in the long run, and two, you don't have the worry of losing access to your children because a judge believes that mom is the better option. So there's your answer. And I can't wait to see the responses from the women because they're not going to like it. But that is, at this point, the only option left. And I take absolutely no pleasure in saying that. We would be far better off as a society if men and women had relationships and got married. The children would be far better off. But that's simply no longer realistic. And so we got to go to plan B.
He's right, guys. Yeah. Well, he has plan B, meaning, to still try and have kids and stuff. I say plan C, guys, right? Plan C is just not to engage. Just stay at home, run home, play PlayStation, work on that old Chevelle, leave these 304s alone. Look at that. Guys, he has 192 comments. Someone says, this is the most practical advice. I agree with this. Someone says, mediated divorce helps tremendously if both parties are reasonable. He thinks that a woman is reasonable in divorce?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Dude says, this is why I won't get married ever again. Someone says, I will never have another relationship for the rest of my life. I am done. Next guy says, smart men don't get married. This guy says, I wish someone gave me this talk 10 years ago. Facts. Look at that, guys. Guys, the hashtag men. Hashtag men need to be heard. Hashtag dads. Hashtag fathers. Hashtag dads or parents too. Clown world. Now, guys, there are people on the internet that are actually optimistic about family court. I don't know if they're trying to be like these like family court coaches or whatever, but guys, we all know that whoever spouts this, come on, dude, this is BS. They actually think, well, there's a chance you could win in family court.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And look at this guy right here.
How do we win as men in a custody battle in a completely unfair system? I posted this video a couple days ago and we go over a lot of good stuff, and then I get comments like this. And I just want to clarify that if we as men don't learn the legal system, meaning how do you talk to your judge? The judge is the most important person in this. It is the bargaining tool of all mediation and all this sort of different stuff. If we don't know the laws and how the judge decides in our state and county, we fail. We enter into a system that is already biased and we're set up to lose. So you learn what judges rule upon in your state and county first and foremost. Family court is free. You can go and watch it. And if you've been served or you're serving somebody with paperwork on that, your judge will be on that paperwork. You need to start there. You need to learn the language of the courts, and you need to not sabotage your case. Those are three things, and they're very clearly said, I think and hope. So how do we win?
Look at that, guys. Look at this guy.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
You can't win in family court. You can't. This isn't a victimhood mentality. This is just acknowledging the truth. This guy, he's serious, guys. He's honestly trying to believe this. Look at that. Someone says, men, they're taking your kids away and they don't give a F about you or your children. No winning. Look at that. It's all about money. Here, guys, I got this. Men cannot win in family court. The judges and the lawyers do not care. Post. It's true. It's true, guys. You know? Why? Guys, don't listen to people like this. They are your enemy. Clown world. Guys, we're going to end this video with Nug Nug here, right? Who's going to try and tell us that men should just go to court, right? And he's going to try and tell us why, okay?
Go to court. Go to court. You got kids with a female, go to court. As men, we don't be wanting to be with all that, but go to court. I'm paying $9.75, man. She wouldn't let me see the kids, dictate when I see the kids. She was so spoiled, she bought a new car. She used to be sliding off my little $9.75. She had that little car, no, she, baby daddy go to work. Baby daddy, what you doing? I check show. You missed a couple, calling me and shit. Like she concerned. Oh, you all right? You all right? I'm like, shit, yeah, I'm good. What's up? Oh, my check was kind of short. Look like you missed a couple days. I was just making sure you man, bitch, you don't get off my phone. Hey, but took her to court. Got 50-50. Cut the child support. And told the children had to go to school from my high. Oh, she was a bit mad. And we got to split everything down the middle. Oh, yeah, she bit mad. Y'all better go to court. That's what they do. They do what they do. They know they can try, dude, because dude ain't going to go to court. He ain't going to go to court because he ain't got time to be all in the people's face and filling out all that paperwork because we Listen, we don't be thinking like that. Guess what? Go to court. You gonna handle that. You gonna get right. And you gonna get her right. Ain't no more dictating. Shit, I'm doing the dictate now. Number one thing, fella, go to court.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Don't listen to people like this, guys. I don't even need to say anything more than that. Guys, don't end up like this knucklehead right here. Don't have any kids. Don't get married. You know? Then you won't have to worry. All right, you guys. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and guys, I'm out of here.